Your house isn't messy, it's overloaded. In Japan, peaceful homes aren't built with more storage boxes. They are built by refusing to keep certain things at all. Today, I will show you 15 things many Japanese people avoid keeping in their homes. These are things many Americans still have in their kitchens, closets, entryways, and even next to their beds. Stay until number 15 because I will give you the simple Japanese home reset test so you know exactly what to remove first. Trust me. Number 7 is something 90% of you are looking at right now, and number 11 is one that almost no one expects. Let's begin. Let's start with the things Americans consider thrifty or sentimental, but Japanese culture sees as heavy. These are the silent energy drainers. You don't even notice them anymore, but they are weighing down your home every single day. Cracked or chipped plates. Look, in the back of your cupboard, you have that favorite mug with the chipped handle, that plate with the small crack that you keep because it still works. We all do it. It still holds food, so why throw it away, right? But this is how Japan sees it. There is a beautiful idea called wabi, finding peace in simple, whole, and natural things, and using broken plates breaks that flow. In Japanese thinking, a cracked plate invites fractured and broken energy directly into your daily meals. Slow down here. Let this sink in. Here is the value shift, and it is powerful. If it is broken, it has finished serving you. And every time you eat from something cracked, you are silently telling your own mind, I settle for less than whole. I accept the broken. You deserve better than that, especially at your own table. Expired spices and forgotten condiments. Go check your pantry. I promise you have a spice jar from 3 years ago. A half-empty sauce you bought for one recipe and never touched again. A condiment in the refrigerator door that you've forgotten exists. In Japan, the kitchen runs on freshness, absolute freshness, because this is the place where you prepare the fuel for your life, your energy, and your health. And stagnant, expired food creates stagnant, heavy air. Exactly. In the room where you should feel most alive. Think about that. The room where you prepare the food that drives your entire day is filled with dead and expired items sitting in the dark. That heaviness, you feel it without knowing why. The shift. The fresh comes in, the old goes out. Your kitchen should feel alive, not like a storage shelf for things that are slowly expiring. Empty luxury shopping bags and boxes. Be honest, you have them. The beautiful designer box, the sturdy and elegant paper shopping bag with rope handles. You keep them in case you need to gift something nice later. They seem too good to throw away, but consider the Japanese perspective. When you keep empty packaging, you are holding on to the prestige of past consumption, the feeling of that purchase, of that nice store. You are living in a moment that has already passed instead of the clarity of the present moment. It is just an empty bag, an empty box. It does nothing for you today except take up space and whisper silently, do you remember when you bought this? You do not need a shrine for an old purchase. The shift, the bag did its job the day you brought it home. Let it go. Keep the clarity, not the cardboard. Clothes that do not fit you right now. Here it is. The tight jeans you keep for when you lose weight, the clothes from a heavier season that you keep just in case. We hold on to them out of guilt, hope, or fear. In Japan, there is a practice called denari, letting go, honoring who you are today. And the idea is gentle but firm. Keeping clothes that do not fit is a daily visual reminder of shame or anxiety. Every time you open that closet, those garments silently say, you are not good enough as you are right now. That is not motivation. That is a small wound you reopen every morning. The shift. Dress the person you are today with respect and kindness. Keep what fits your real life now. Release the guilt hanging on those hangers. Free samples in hotel toiletries. Open your bathroom drawer. There they are. Little lotions from a hotel, tiny shampoo bottles, free makeup samples, perfume vials. You are keeping them, but you never actually use them, do you? Here is the mental cost. Each of those small items is a postponed decision. A little, I'll deal with this later. And when you have dozens of them, your mind carries dozens of small, unfinished decisions. Japanese minimalists understand this deeply. An excess of small, low-value items creates a chaotic and cluttered mind. It is not the size of the object. It is the weight of all those small, undecided things piling up. The shift: use them now or let them go now. Do not store decisions in a drawer. Half-dead houseplants, you know that one. Brown leaves, drooping, struggling. You keep watering it, hoping it will revive, feeling guilty for giving up on it. We all have that sad plant, but in Japanese philosophy, dying nature inside the home radiates decaying energy. Slow down here. Pause, let this sink in. Yin energy. It actively drains the vitality of the entire room. A living plant gives life. A dying plant does the opposite. It silently extracts life from the space. You brought a plant in to feel fresh and alive. One that is struggling and turning brown does exactly the opposite every day in the corner of your eye. The shift: revive it properly or release it with gratitude. Do not keep decay in your living room out of guilt. Unsorted paperwork and manuals. This is the one. Piles of papers on the counter, old bills, random mail, and those thick appliance manuals for things you could look up online in 2 seconds. It is piled up right now, isn't it? Maybe you can see it from where you are sitting. Here is why this is so important. That pile is the ultimate silent to-do list. Every time your eyes scan it, your brain gets a small hit of stress, a little cortisol spike, because it reads that pile as unfinished tasks, undone chores, things you owe yourself. You aren't even reading the papers. Just seeing them stresses you out, and it happens dozens of times a day, silently exhausting you. The shift: touch each paper once, handle it, file it, or toss it. Manuals, almost all of them, are online. Clear that pile and you will eliminate a stress signal you have been absorbing for years. Part 2. Clutter on the entryway floor. In America, the front door is where chaos lands. Piles of shoes, random Amazon boxes, bags thrown on the floor. It is the first thing you see when you get home, and the first thing guests see when they walk in. In Japan, the entrance is called genkan, and it is treated as a sacred threshold, the line between the outside world and your home. And the rule is simple: nothing stays on the floor, because in Japanese belief, clutter on that floor blocks new opportunities, even the wealth trying to enter your home. Whether you believe in energy or not, think about it practically. Walk into a pile of boxes and shoes and you feel chaos. Walk into a clear, open entrance and you exhale. The shift: keep the entryway floor clear. Let your home and your luck have an open door. The tangled drawer of cables and wires. Everyone has that drawer. A nest of black cables, chargers, and wires. Half of them are for devices you don't even own anymore, but you keep them just in case. This is what that drawer really is. It is an anxious attachment to an unknown future. You are cluttering real physical space with literal static and confusion. A tangle that perfectly matches the tangle of, what if I need it someday, that runs through your mind. You won't need it. And if you ever do, that cable costs a few dollars to replace, much less than the years of mental static it has been adding. The shift: keep the few cables you actually use, labeled and organized. Let go of the tangle. Souvenirs you don't actually like. That trinket from someone's vacation. The small gift you keep on the shelf purely because of who gave it to you. You don't love it. You might not even like it, but guilt keeps it there. And here is the truth. Keeping things out of guilt fills your home with guilty energy. Every object on display should lift you up, but a guilt trinket does the opposite. A small pang of obligation every time you dust it. In Japanese thought, if it doesn't bring you joy, it has already served its purpose and is allowed to leave. The shift: honor the kindness behind the gift, then let go of the object. The love was the gift, not the trinket. Reminders of failed past relationships. The old letters, the ex's sweatshirt you still sleep in sometimes, the jewelry at the back of the drawer. Americans treasure these things, but here is the hard truth that Japan understands. As long as those objects occupy your space, your emotional space will also remain occupied. There is no room for a healthy new love or personal growth to enter because you have kept the door open to the past. Those relics are a direct anchor to old pains, keeping you exactly where you were. The shift: you are allowed to close that chapter. Letting go of the objects is not erasing the memory. It is making space for what comes next. You deserve a present that isn't cluttered by the past. Cheap wire hangers from the dry cleaners. Those thin, flimsy wire hangers that come back with your clothes from the dry cleaners pile up and slowly distort the shoulders and shape of your clothes, leaving small bumps and ridges. In Japan, there is a deep respect for every garment. The idea that clothes should be cared for with structural respect. Those corporate wire hangers destroy the visual peace of a calm, organized closet and damage the very clothes you spent money on. The shift, swap them for sturdy matching hangers. Your clothes keep their shape, and your closet instantly looks calm and intentional. It is a small change with a surprisingly large visual result. Work materials or exercise equipment by the bed. The laptop on the nightstand, the work notebook by your pillow, the dumbbells in the corner of the bedroom. We tell ourselves it's convenient, but look at what it does to your mind. When you sleep next to your work and your workouts, your brain is forced to link the rest space with the stress of production and labor. You lie down to relax, and the last thing your eyes see is your to-do lists and your obligations. In Japan, the sleeping area is strictly for rejuvenation, nothing else. That separation is what allows the mind to truly disconnect. The shift, work and exercise equipment go out of the bedroom. Make that space mean only one thing: rest. The pile of unread books by your bed. We love a good stack of books on the nightstand. It feels smart, cozy, aspirational. The Japanese even have a word for this: sundoku, buying books and letting them pile up unread. But notice something. This is different from the paperwork pile in point 7. That pile stressed you with tasks and undone chores. This pile creates a completely different kind of pressure. It is the pressure to be smarter, the fear of missing out on knowledge, the silent voice saying, "You should have read all of these by now." Every book in that pile is a silent reminder that you are not caught up, not with chores, but with who you think you should be. And the last thing your eyes see before closing for the night is a tower of your own unfulfilled expectations. That is not a final image of rest. The shift, keep one book, the one you are actively reading right now. Move the rest to a shelf in another room. Let reading feel like a pleasure before sleep, not a reminder of a backlog. Decorative pillow overload. You know exactly what I mean. The bed buried under 6, 8, 10 decorative pillows and throws. They look good on the bed during the day, but every night you have to remove them just to lie down, and every morning you pile them back up. Here is the simple truth. That is an unnecessary barrier to rest. Before you can lie down, you have to stop and tidy a pile. In Japan, simplicity in the sleeping arrangement means that the moment you are ready for bed, you are in bed. No physical sorting, no friction. The mind settles immediately. The shift, keep the pillows you actually sleep on, plus 1 or 2 you love. Get rid of the decorative wall. Make going to bed effortless. Those are the 15. Now, as promised, here is the test. 2 steps, less than 5 minutes. This tells you exactly what to remove first. Step 1, the tactile audit. Pick up any object you suspect is clutter. Hold it and simply observe your body. If you do not instantly relax while holding it, if there is any tension, any small pang of guilt or stress, that object is draining you. Your body already knows the answer. Step 2, the threshold rule. Ask yourself one question. Would I proudly display this in my entryway to welcome a guest? If the answer is no, if you wouldn't show it at your front door, then it doesn't deserve to be secretly in your closet, drawer, or nightstand either. That's it. Touch it. Hold it to the threshold. If it fails both, it goes. Start with one drawer tonight. So here it is all at once. A peaceful home is not built by adding more. It is built by refusing to keep what does not belong. No broken plates, no guilt trinkets, no work by the bed, no barriers between you and rest. Just space to breathe. You don't need a bigger house. You need a lighter one. Now I want to hear from you. Look around your room right now. Yes, right now. Which of these 15 are you looking at this very second? Tell me the number from 1 to 15 in the comments below, and let's hold each other accountable for removing it today. And if this opened your eyes even a little bit, share it with one person whose house you've been in and silently thought they need this. If this journey into the heart of a peaceful home has changed the way you look at the objects that surround you, please subscribe and like this video. We are uncovering the hidden history and wisdom that the modern world has tried to bury. Cultivate your future. The next treasure will open soon.